Good morning, boys and girls. Hello, friends. How are you? I'm very happy to see you. Greet your neighbor. Boogie on down. Give a jump and turn around. Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. So, boys and girls, I am actually down in my basement this morning because my daughter Grace is sleeping in our classroom. Or where I've been doing our classroom upstairs. She's still asleep. So, I thought I would come down here and do our lesson today. All right, so boys and girls, Dimples he's going to come out on Friday. Okay, he has something kind of special he's working on. So he'll be ready for his big reveal to show you on Friday, Fun Friday. Okay, but I asked you on Monday when we were talking about Xavier Fox says All right, I asked you if you knew what our new unit was going to be. I wonder if you've figured that out yet. Well, it has to do with the outside, and you may actually be starting to see some of these things we're going to talk about outside. I don't know because it's still a little chilly, but I'm going to show you with the help of my puppets, and maybe you can figure out what we're going to be talking about. Bzzz. What do you see? A bumblebee. Okay. Hold on, we're not done. All right. Here we go. This one doesn't make a sound, but it crawls and it flies, and we're going to be talking about it on Friday. Ladybug. And hold on, there's one more. Okay. Ooh, look at this one. Long legs for jumping. A grasshopper. So, what do we call grasshoppers, bumblebees, ladybugs? Do you call them bugs? Do you know another fancy word for bug? It begins with incy inchworm. I. Insects. Boys and girls, we are starting our insect unit. Now, I know sometimes some friends say, ew, yuck, I don't like bugs. I understand. Sometimes they're creepy crawly. Sometimes they just bug us and annoy us. Sometimes they can be a little bit scary, right, if they sting. But bugs are cool and amazing, and they're very important to our world. You're going to find out some very cool facts. But before I talk about bugs, I have a bug poem for you. Okay? It says, what do you say to a bug? Some say ugly. Some say ugh when they see most any bug. But I say, yay! Let's grasshop, ant dance, beetle bop, roly-poly play. Some say ugly. Some say ugh. What do you say to a bug? Now, if you were in the classroom, I would go around and ask each one of you, what would you say to a bug? And I would write all your responses down and see how many friends really like bugs or how many don't care for bugs. So I'm going to ask you to let me know what you would say to a bug. so I can hopefully write some of these answers down and share them with you on Friday. Okay, so that's going to be your homework. So when you watch my video, say, Mom, Dad, I have homework. I have to tell Mrs. Dana what I would say to a bug. All right, I can't wait. I'll tell you what I would say to a bug. So, boys and girls, in order for a bug to be an insect, it has to have some pretty cool things. There's a certain number of legs that a bug has to have in order to be an insect. Put on your thinking cap. How many legs do you think an insect has to have? Well, let's get on my ladybug puppet. And let's count. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In order for a bug to be an insect, it has to have 6 legs. 6 sits on a circle. 6 legs. Okay? So, a spider, do you know how many legs a spider has? A spider has 8. So would a spider be considered an insect? Nope, spiders are not insects. All right. So besides having 6 legs, an insect has 3 body parts. Okay? I'm going to show you an ant. Can you see that? Because this ant shows you 3 body parts. An insect has a head, 1 body part. This middle body part is called a thorax. Ooh, do you hear a letter of the week at the end of that word? Thorax. It ends in an X. A thorax is the middle part, and the third part of an insect's body is called the abdomen. Your abdomen is your stomach. And if you look at your body, your stomach is in the middle of your body. Where is the stomach in an insect's body? It's at the end. Isn't that interesting? So insects' tummies are towards the end of their bodies, not the middle. And they have, if they have stingers, they are usually inside their abdomen or their tummies. Okay? Their head holds their eyes, and a lot of times insects have more than 2 eyes. And what are these things coming out of its head? Antenna. That's right. Insects have antenna. And antenna do amazing things. Some insects can feel with their antenna. So if they can't see very well, they can feel where things are with their antenna. Some insects can taste with their antenna. They can hear with their antenna. Some do not have ears and they use their antenna to hear. They can, did we say smell? They can smell with their antenna. And ants actually touch their antennas with another ant, and that's how they talk or communicate. So their antennae are so important. Now, that middle part of their body is called their thorax, and they have their 6 legs come out of their thorax, and their wings. If they have wings, they come out of their thorax too. Okay? Oops. So, an insect has 3 body parts and 6 legs. Usually insects have wings too. All right. Let's see if I missed anything. Let me look. Insects also have their bodies, their skeleton, or their outer part of their body is hard, like a hard shell. That's why sometimes if you accidentally step on an insect, sometimes you hear a crack. It's their hard shell. And their shell, their bodies, an insect body keeps growing, but their shells don't. So sometimes their skeleton gets so tight that they have to shed it and grow a new one. So they can shed their skeletons, okay, or their outer bodies. Pretty cool. Isn't that pretty cool? I think so. All right, so that's insects. So today we are going to talk about one of these insects. Okay, insects can either crawl, fly, or jump and hop. Do you know which one we're going to talk about today? Let me give you a clue. This insect sometimes is Mrs. Dana's favorite color. See, not green, not red. Ding, 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 ding. Yellow. We're talking about bumblebees today. Now I know bumblebees sometimes can be scary because what can bumblebees do? Sting. They have a stinger. So sometimes we get a little scared of bumblebees, and poor bumblebees, I wonder if they get a little bit sad because bumblebees do not mean to hurt you. And most of the times they will not sting you. They only sting when they get scared. So if you see a bumblebee and you start running and flailing your arms and screaming, it's a bee, it's a bee. It's going to scare a little bumblebee. He doesn't understand what's going on and he may sting to protect himself. Usually if you see a bee and you just ignore him or walk away, he says, well, I don't need to be afraid of that person. I'm going to save my stinger for another animal. And he will not sting you. All right. So, what do you know about bumblebees? Well, you know they sting, right? You see they have antennae. They have wings. You know they have 3 parts to their body and have 6 legs. They're an insect, right? But, let me show you. Here's a picture of a honeybee. I just gave it away. All right, see? There's the head, the antenna, the thorax, where its wings and legs come from. Its legs. And back here is the abdomen or the belly. That's where your stripes are. And at the very end of his abdomen, there's the bumblebee's stinger. He's an insect, all right. All right, I'm going to teach you some very cool, fascinating things about bumblebees. And then maybe you won't be so scared of them. That's my hope. All right. So, boys and girls, how many eyes do you think a bumblebee has? Well, my puppet bumblebee has 2 eyes. I'm going to give you a clue. A bumblebee has more than 2 or greater than 2. So it has to be a bigger number. Are you ready for this, friends? Let's count. Okay. 1, 2, 3. What? 4. We're not done yet. 5. Isn't that cool? A bumblebee has 5 eyes, boys and girls. Can you even believe that? They have 3 on top of their head and 2 small eyes in the front of their head. Can you imagine if you had 3 eyeballs on top of your head? All the things you could see? Wow, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? All right. The other thing about bumblebees is that they do something that Mrs. Dana loves to do and that we would do probably every single day in school. Bumblebees dance. So they do a round dance when they are near a flower, which is food for them. They'll gather together and they'll do like a circle dance. And if we were in school, we would do a circle dance like a bumblebee. If they're not near food, they do kind of like a waggle loopy dance. But if you see a bunch of bees and they're by a flower, I bet you'll see them doing a circle dance. And that means, hey, we're near food. So bumblebees like to dance. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, bumblebees are very hard workers. Have you ever heard, maybe mom or dad has said, oh my gosh, you are as busy as a bee today. What that means is bees are so busy. There are worker bees and there's a queen bee. Okay. And the worker bees do so much work. What do bees make? Bees make honey. That's right. And boys and girls, I don't know if you know how many things honey is in. Honey, you can eat honey, right? Maybe mommy or dad has bought that, the little honey bear, the container that looks like a bear, and maybe you like it on your waffle or on your toast with butter and a little drizzle of honey. Some people like honey on their ice cream. Mommies or daddies might like honey in their tea, and sometimes honey helps if you have a sore throat or a cold, right? Honey is in some other things too. Honey is in a lot of cereals, especially Honey Nut Cheerios. I don't have that one, but you might have that cereal. Honey's in the cereals you eat. Honey might be in, like sticky buns and cakes that you eat. A lot of our sweet, yummy desserts have honey in them. If it wasn't for the bumblebees, we wouldn't have that sweetness, that great natural sweetness. All right. Honey is also in some things you do not eat. Honey can be in lotions, in shampoos, in soaps, and honey can even be in some of our medicines that sometimes if we get a boo-boo and mom or dad might put a little medicine to make it feel better, sometimes there's honey inside of our medicines and even inside of our chapsticks. I know a lot of you guys would have, especially you girls, would come with lots of chapsticks to school. Those chapsticks have honey in them. So think about that next time you see a bumblebee, how important that bee is. Now, one last thing. In order for a bunny, what's Miss Dana talking about? In order for a bumblebee to make honey, it takes a lot of work. Where do you think they get that honey? Bumblebees love flowers. So inside the flower is something called nectar, and it's like a sweet syrup that the flower has. So this is why you will see, bumblebees around flowers. The bumblebees go into the flower and they swallow up that sweet syrup, nectar. And then those bunnies bring that nectar that's in their tummies back to their hive, their beehive. Once they get to their beehive, the work begins. This is going to sound a little bit yucky, but they have swallowed the nectar. They actually have to throw it up. I know you're saying, ew, that's gross, Mrs. Dana, but it's what animals do. They have to throw up the honey or the nectar, and they can turn that nectar into honey. Okay, and they put it in these little honeycombs, and they make honey in their hive. And then there's special beekeepers that are able to take out that honey and use it for our foods and all of our other things that we use honey for. Okay, so it's the worker bees that do all that work, and they bring that nectar back and they make honey, sometimes for the queen bee. All right, so they are busy, busy bees. So I hope that you found bees to be kind of cool. They're how many eyes? 5 eyes, right? 3 body parts, right? Remember all the different uses of honey, okay? And remember, boys and girls, they do not mean to hurt you, okay? Don't forget about their dance, all right? And, last thing too, when the bees fly, they move their wings so fast, it makes a buzzing sound. So when you hear bees buzz, it's actually their wings that are making that buzz sound. Another cool fact about bumblebees. I really like insects, boys and girls. All right, I'm going to put a link. Do you remember when we would sing our song? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee, right? I'm going to add that link to this video so that you can sing and act out the motions of that song. Okay, after you watch our video, or at whatever point of the day or week you would like to do it. All right, boys and girls, real quick before we say goodbye, I want to show you some beehives with shapes, okay? Just to review, because we haven't talked about our shapes in a while. All right, what shape do you see? A heart. Very good. Oh, boys and girls, what shape is on this hive? Oh, oval. Very good. I bet you saw a lot of ovals when it was Easter time. Eggs. All right. What shape is this? Robbie rectangle. Remember, Robbie rectangle has 2 long sides and 2 short, like a door. Rectangle. All right, friends, what shape is this? Cindy circle. Cindy circle goes around and around, no lines. All right, what shape is this, friends? Sammy square. Sammy square has 4 sides and they're all the same length. Same side square. Terry triangle. Tree triangle. 3 sides. And finally, diamond, right? And maybe on a windy, nice spring day, you might fly a kite in the shape of a diamond. All right. Okay, so boys and girls, try to find some shapes around your house, maybe, so that you can keep remembering all your different shapes. And remember your homework in the beginning of the video. What would you say to a bug? I can't wait to hear. All right, boys and girls, I'll be putting some other things on our links, add some other things tomorrow for you that you can watch, all right, and you can listen to. And yesterday I put some links of some insects, some books and some videos of insects, and some real insects that you can see. So I'm going to wonder, what kind of insect is your favorite? At the end of the week, I'll tell you what my favorite one was. All right, friends, have a lovely, creepy, crawly, buggy kind of a day. See you soon.